Hello dear students, I welcome you all in your biology class. As we all know that we are studying chapter heredity and evolution. This year there is one good news that the topic evolution has been deleted from your syllabus, okay, because we are taking your online classes, so it can be little burden to our sweet students, okay. So we will just deal with the topic heredity. So far what we had studied in this chapter, student, in this we had studied about different terms related to heredity, okay. There we had studied about genes, chromosome, genetics, okay, then factors, all these things. After that, I have told you about the contribution of Mendel, who is known as the father of genetics. He was working over a plant known as, yes, come on student, yes, it is your Pisum sativum. It is a botanical name of your garden pea. Okay. So what we do, what are the different rules? We had already studied in +1. Okay, whenever we are writing scientific name, we are supposed to underline genus separately and species separately. First alphabet of genus must be capital and first alphabet of species must be small. Clear? After that, we had studied about the different laws given by Mendel. Yes or no? First law was law of dominance, which state that out of two alleles, one which is dominant, it will express itself. For example, if I talk about capital T and small t, what would be the phenotype of this individual? Phenotype means physical characteristics. Yes, the physical characteristic of this individual would be tall. Why? Because here capital T is there and capital T is the dominant factor and dominant is tall. Clear? After that, second is your law of segregation. What happen in this? Two allele from the parents, they will separate out. For example, capital T into small t. Okay, these two allele will be separate out from the parents in this way. Okay, during gamete formation. Last is your law of independent assortment. What happened in this? Student, in this we take two traits, okay. The thing which need to keep in mind is that your law of segregation can be with monohybrid cross or it can be with dihybrid cross, but your law of independent assortment always moves with your dihybrid cross. Now the question arises, ma'am, what is monohybrid and dihybrid cross? About monohybrid, I had already told you that in which only one character is involved, such as height. Okay. Whereas in case of your dihybrid, there will be the involvement of two character, such as Mendel took the shape of the seed as well as the color of the seed. Understood everyone? Next, we will move down. So today we will study about law of independent assortment by using dihybrid cross. Okay. So first of all, we are supposed to take this parent and with this we will take this parent. It will give R, it will give Y, it will give R, it will give Y. Is it so? No, it is not so. Okay, here ry and here would be ry. Here it would be this and here it would be this. Okay, because they are present in one product and we are taking it simultaneously. Okay, these are your parents and these are your gametes. When these gametes will fuse together, they will form this. Okay, RRYY RRYY. Okay, so this would be your F1 generation. Anyone can tell me what will be the phenotype of this? Yes, the phenotype of this would be round and yellow. Why? Because here capital R and capital Y is present. Okay, so all the individual in your F1 generation would be round and yellow, which is one of the feature of your parent. This is. Okay, after that, again, Mendel was surprised that how it is possible if one of the parent I have taken as wrinkled and green color. So again, he did self-pollination, and in self-pollination, what he did, he took these plants and then he drive out the gametes. Okay, RRA, this and this. Please write this very carefully. Okay, if this is wrong, your whole concept will be wrong. Here all these would be there. These all are what? These are your gametes. After that, what we will do? We will make a Punnett square because it's difficult to cross in a simple way. So we will make a Punnett square. This is your Punnett square. Okay. One. Then all the gametes we will write here. Okay. This, this, and this. This way. Here you will write, we will provide the symbol of male and female. Okay, here again we will write the gametes, these gametes. Earlier we have written these, now we will write these. Capital R, capital R, capital Y, capital Y. So in this way you are supposed to fill it. Okay, capital R, capital R, capital Y, small y, capital R, small r, capital Y, capital Y, capital I, R, small r, capital Y, small y, capital R, capital R, this, 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 this way you're supposed to do. Student, it will take little time, it need practice. Okay, don't think that I'm able to perform it and in my first attempt. Okay, it need a lot of practice. Everything need a practice. So now you have to tell me that how many are round and yellow. Okay, so we will take any color. Suppose this black color. Okay, this yellow. Okay, so now round and yellow, round 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 yellow. Okay, count 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so 9 are your round and yellow. Now next you will see how many are green. Okay, green. Okay, so here this is your not this student. This is your green. Okay, so green is only one. Now we will see wrinkled and yellow color. Wrinkled and yellow color, we will take this wrinkled and yellow color. Wrinkled, this is wrinkled and yellow color. Wrinkled and yellow color, this is wrinkled and yellow color. Now wrinkled and yellow color, this is okay. So wrinkled and yellow color 3. Now round and green color, round and green color, we take this round and green color, round and green color, round and green color 3. Okay, so now the question arises, ma'am, how you have done this? Student, whenever there would be capital R and capital Y, okay, make it sure it would be your round and yellow. Okay, so you have to now count wherever this and this is there. See here in every this, sorry, in this. Okay. Now if I want you to find round and green, so round के लिए capital R and for green it would be small y. So just find out where it is, here, here and here. Okay. After that, if I want you to find wrinkled and green, then it would be wrinkled का small I R and green का small y. Okay. And lastly, if I want you to find wrinkled and yellow color, then it will be wrinkled का small r and yellow का y. So in that we are supposed to find, this is the phenotypic ratio of your dihybrid cross. So I guess it's clear to you. No need to worry, student. If need little practice, with that only it will come to you. Okay. So that's all from my side. Thank you and have a wonderful day. If still there is any query, student, you are supposed to call me anytime. Okay.